Hello and good evening, everyone. I'm Dr. Leona Allen, going live again. I realize that it's been a while since I've been live and I'm starting to do it again. And not only that, I'm testing out some new streaming software. So I hope everyone can hear me and see me okay. So, welcome to those who are joining me live, and also welcome to those who will be catching the replay. I actually tried to get on a little earlier, but like I said, it's my first time using this. But it's going to make my life easier and it's going to encourage me to do more lives and share some important information. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. But today I'm going to be discussing, as you see in the title, the 5 common challenges that women over 40 often face when it comes to weight loss. And I'm very passionate about this topic because I myself had this challenge I'm still over 40, but a lot of my journey began when I was 41 after having my children. And I'm in my 50s now. So it's not only a story that really affected me over 10 years ago, but it's something that I continue to teach people over and over again. And because of my story and my challenges, it's really equipped me to help others. And I've been on several summits and really sharing this information. And a lot of people have been reaching out to me and asking me questions. And it just encouraged me to go live again and just share this very important information. So I'm going to go ahead and jump right in. And just know that this live is for the woman over 40, the busy woman. You've tried so many things despite diet and exercise, and many things may have happened. Either you can't lose weight, or the weight keeps coming back, or you just keep going up and down and you're yo-yoing and you're frustrated and you want some real answers and real results. So I'm going to be sharing some of those challenges and why you may be facing that. All right, sounds good. So again, I want this to be interactive. So if you have comments or questions, please share in the comments. I'm on a stream, so I'm on YouTube and Facebook. So wherever you are, I would love to hear from you. So as as we're struggling to lose those extra pounds despite diet and exercise, just know that you are not alone. And then when I think about this, I think about, me being generally healthy most of my life. I had some struggles. So I can only imagine what a lot of people are going through. And you're not the one studying this stuff over and over again. So just know that you are not alone and it is challenging. So I'm not here to tell you that there's a magic formula. I'm here to let you know that it can be a struggle, it can be challenging, but it helps you get through it if you understand why and start to create solutions to resolve that. So just know you're not alone, and I'm glad you're listening to this right now. And hopefully, it'll give you some hope and encourage you not to give up. And there are some specific factors that can make weight loss more challenging as we age. So, as you know, we may have tried this in our 20s and 30s, and things probably happened a lot quicker. So, here we are in our 40s and 50s, trying those things we may have tried in the past and having a very hard time. So, just understand that there are factors that affect us now in our 40s and 50s that weren't there in our 20s and 30s. So really get clear on that. Because what I like to say a lot is, don't expect things that you did in your 20s and 30s to work for you in your 40s and 50s. So once again, for those who are just joining in this video, we will explore the 5 common reasons why women over 40 might find it difficult to achieve their weight loss goals, and also offer some insights on how to overcome some of these obstacles. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Reason number 1, and this is my favorite reason because this is really what I focus on when I'm helping women, is that you're not addressing the root cause. So you got to understand the problem in order to identify the solution. Just know that there are many reasons why you can't lose weight. So if you're that woman that has done a lot of diets and you're going to the gym and trying to improve your exercise and it's not working, that means that those solutions isn't addressing the correct problem. And there are many problems. There could be structural problems such as, oh goodness, joint pain and things like that that won't allow you to move more. There could be things such as underlying health conditions such as diabetes, high blood pressure. It could be hormonal issues because just think about it. Hormonal fluctuations are a part of our lives ever since, as women, we deal with hormonal fluctuations most of our lives, especially as we get into our preteens when we have our menstrual cycle. That is hormonal. That is something that we deal with monthly for many, many years. And then we get to a stage in our life when we're pregnant. That's hormonal as well. And our bodies change from that as well. And then other factors is with our age group is perimenopause and menopause. So again, we're dealing with estrogen deficiencies, we're dealing with progesterone deficiencies, we're dealing with the hot flash, the emotional ups and downs, we're having the trouble sleeping. So all of this interferes with our weight loss goals that we didn't experience before in our 20s and 30s. So we really got to understand that we're in another time in our lives. So we have to create new solutions that work for us. And also, as we get older, we may have had hormonal issues such as PCOS or fibroids and the underlying conditions behind that. So we got to get to the cause of things. We got to get to the cause of the fibroids, the cause of the PCOS, the cause of the diabetes, and start to address those. Because sometimes diet and exercise just isn't enough. You have to know what to eat, when to eat, how much to eat. So there are so many different factors that we have to be aware of in order to lose weight. So that is the number one challenge, is really getting to the root cause of our weight. So just understand that perimenopause and menopause right now is a major factor, but that's probably on top of a lot of the other issues that we already had. All right. So treatments may vary. So in this live, I can't really go into solutions on this type of platform. This is really to educate you. This isn't meant to diagnose or treat. It's just to educate you. But if you want to discuss this with me further or get more information, in the description, you will find information, links on how to get more information and also how to contact me. All right. So that's reason number one, not addressing the root cause. Very, very important. And reason number two, and slower metabolism. I mean, we say it a lot. My metabolism just isn't the same. I don't bounce back like I used to. I don't burn fat like I used to. I don't lose weight like I used to. And aging and slow metabolism is a part of aging, unfortunately. So I got to understand that a lot of the stuff we go through is a natural process. So the healthier you are, the better you're able to adapt to these changes. So we got to learn to embrace our changes and be able to support those changes in every phase of our lives. So slower metabolism is a big deal. And don't just think of slower metabolism as feeling sluggish and tired. Slow metabolism has to do with those metabolic functions. It's hard for us to digest like we used to. It's hard for us to like exercise is harder. You may have been an athlete or a sprinter. You can't run as fast as you used to. You can't move as fast as you used to. We can't think as fast as we used to. So these are all metabolic. So when you think of metabolism, it's not just fat burning, it's how we function, metabolic function, how we digest, how we breathe, how we rejuvenate. So just really understand that. And another thing I want to add regarding metabolism, because some of the things that we've done in the past affects our metabolism, such as calorie restriction and quote unquote starvation diets. These are the types of things that can affect your metabolism. So sometimes we ended up spending many years actually destroying our metabolism. And sometimes medical side effects can be an issue. So as we get older, so many things have accumulated throughout the years, and we got to be real with ourselves and really think about what our last 40 or 50 years have been like. Because, if you really abuse your body and you've been through a lot and you've been through a lot of surgeries, that's going to affect how you age. That's going to affect how you evolve as you get older. And it also affects how you respond to a lot of programs. So if you're one of those people that tend to compare yourself to other people, don't do that. You're not going to respond the same way. Um, so as long as you be honest with that and realize that, that'll let go of that stress and just learn to embrace the process that works for you. All right. This is really takes getting to know you, understanding what you've been through, and creating the right lifestyle choices that will support your body, your metabolism, and your function. All right. Let's see what else here. So that's number two. So again, number one is not addressing the root cause, and number two is slower metabolism. Three is the number three challenge that affects women over 40 is stress. Again, in our lives, we go through so much stress now. At this age, we may be more of a caregiver now. We're taking care of children and grandchildren or grandchildren. We have children in college. We have children that may be struggling with different areas of their lives. These are the types of things we may not had to worry about 20, 30 years ago. So again, we may not have time to do all those things that that are required to be able to take care of ourselves. We have to share our time with others now. We have to share our time with family. We have to juggle our times with our jobs, our careers. If you're self-employed, sometimes it feels like you never get a break, but we got to be real with what we're dealing with right now and try to make our lives work within our busy schedules. So even though we are busy, and that tends to be an excuse for many of us, I'm too busy to do this. I am too, I don't know if I'll have time to do that. But just understand when you're in your 40s and 50s, we are busy and we need to make that time to do that and make it a priority, especially now in our lives. So stress can have a very negative effect on our health. You can have the perfect diet, you can take all the perfect supplements, you can do all these things, but if you're stressed, it's not going to work because stress secretes cortisol, which makes you hold on to fat. It makes you create all that belly fat. It creates chronic inflammation. So when you're inflamed, the body is unable to burn fat. So we just really understand that sometimes it's about stress management and the ways we use and the techniques that we use to manage stress. So say for example, if you're a stress eater, okay, you could be good all along, but as soon as stress or life gets in the way, you start to eat for comfort and sabotage all your efforts. So you need to find healthy ways to manage stress. And that is really important. So this is almost important as number one when I was talking about getting to the root cause. Stress can almost exacerbate all of your efforts to lose weight. Because I was thinking, I went on vacation not too long ago with my children, and we went to Jamaica, and I was very relaxed. I wasn't worried about work or anything. It was just enjoying the time and relaxing. And I just really just ate. I ate healthy, but I was lax. I just kind of relaxed with the eating. I may have eaten more than I normally did, but because I was relaxed and just enjoying myself, I actually lost weight when I got back because that stress factor was out the way. So sometimes you're better off not being stressed. Sometimes not being stressed has more of a powerful effect than really trying to really focus on that exercise and obsessing over what you eat and how you move. Okay. So diet and exercise is important, but it's just not enough. So again, if you're that person that can't lose weight despite diet and exercise, just know that you got to recognize these factors that I'm sharing with you today. All right. So that's reason number three, stress, especially those emotional eaters out there, because you don't want to manage your stress with comfort foods. All right. Okay. And oh, yeah, let me add this about stress. Sometimes we get too obsessed on our results. So, say you are trying to lose weight and and you budged a little bit, right? And you lose about 2 or 3 pounds. Sometimes we get stressed about the results. So you can't do that either. Or obsessing over you wanted to lose 5 pounds this week and you only lost three, and you stress out about that. So I want to encourage you to focus on the process and don't stress out about the results. Okay. So I like to say this a lot to my clients is if you focus on the process, if you focus on the action, the results will take care of itself. All right. So let me go ahead and jump into reason number 4. And that is so important. And a lot of times, one factor that interferes with this is sleep deprivation. Hormones. And let me say that again. Reason number 4 is sleep deprivation. And a huge cause of that is our perimenopause and menopause being at this age, because we're dealing with the hot flashes, we're dealing with all the mood swings, the sweats. So that kind of interferes with our ability to sleep through the night. And the important thing about sleep is that's when we heal, that's when we recover, and that's when we burn fat. So we need that sleep to be able to heal our bodies, because sleep deprivation can disrupt those hormones that regulate many of those body functions that I just mentioned. All right. So you can have the perfect diet, you can be in the gym every day, but if you're stressed out and you're not sleeping well, again, these can make a challenge for you to lose that weight. So we got to get to the reasons why you can't, get some sleep. Again, if it's menopausal, if it's hot flashes, then we got to address those. And again, this is different for everybody. I wish I could say there's this magic herb that'll be great for everybody, but understand it might not be something that you need, such as a hormone or some kind of herb, such as black cohosh or evening primrose. It may be you may have to eliminate coffee. You may have to eliminate chocolate. You may have to exercise more. You may have to drink more water. You may need more calcium or magnesium. There's just so many factors involved with hot flashes that there's no one size fits all. So what I believe in is more natural, holistic approaches. I don't do any medications. I don't do any hormone therapies or anything like that. My most common thing is lifestyle changes, natural herbal solutions, and whole food supplements, and also diet, fasting, detoxing, things of that sort. So when you get to that underlying cause, then you can address these things. And the result is a better night's rest. It is being able to rest and sleep and recover. It is the ability to manage stress a little better. It is the ability to have more emotional control. All right. And then the final reason that I'll share with you today is the need for help, because you don't know what you don't know. And you need to try to stop figuring it out on your own. Because if you knew what you needed to do, you would have done it by now, right? Even when I was going through my weight loss struggles, I didn't really get into my story. I just wanted to really focus on these challenges, and maybe I'll share, my story in another episode, because I'm really just testing out this software. So I hope it's working out okay. But I will get into more of my story. But just to give you a quick snippet, when I was 41, I was 70 pounds overweight, and I managed to lose that. It took me about 2 years to lose that weight, and I'm 52 now, and I am able to keep it off. So it is a process, but I'll just share a little bit of my story as I go along with these lives. Okay. So, trying to figure it out on your own is difficult. So when I went through that process 10 years ago, I had to get a coach. I had to get a mentor. I had to figure this out, because obviously what I knew at the time, and I was practicing, I was doing all the things. I was taking my supplements. I was working out, but I had to figure out what I didn't know. And I'll also share with you, because I'm not planning to do most of these lives. I'm not going to share everything in one live. Just want to keep them short and sweet, and do this at least once or twice a week. So if you like this, let me know. Give me some feedback if you like this sort of thing, and that'll encourage me to do this more frequently. All right. So, if you knew it by now, you would have done it by now. So you're struggling because you don't know what you don't know. So it's important to get a mentor or a coach. And again, if you want to talk to me more about this, there are some resources in the description where you can get a shopping guide. And when you get that free gift for listening today, you will be in my email list and you'll get a series of videos and information and resources just to learn to connect and just kind of get a feel of where I stand and how I may be able to help you. And there's also a link to a breakthrough call if you want to talk to me one-on-one. All right. So that's reason number 5 is get help. All right. So, it is a process. Just understand that. You got to trust the process and learn to embrace the journey and just be okay with where you are and really get clear on where you want to go. And again, I'm going to share more about in more detail in future episodes to come. But what my future episodes are going to be based on your feedback and your questions. And I also have a podcast. Again, you're going to see some links on where you can watch podcast episodes because the information's out there. And a lot of people try to reach out to me, not realizing that I do have a podcast. I do have a YouTube following, Facebook, Instagram. I do have books you can read. So this is my opportunity to just really connect with you guys on social media and just let you know that the answers are out there. Okay. So again, a quick recap. 5 reasons why women over 40, the 5 common challenges for women over 40 in achieving healthy weight loss. Reason number 1 is the need to not addressing the cause of their weight gain. Reason number 2 is is slower metabolism. That's the challenge of number 2. Challenge number 2, I'm getting tongue-tied here. I'm about to go to bed myself after this. Let me recap that. Let me start over. Reason number 1, not addressing the root cause. Reason number 2 is slower metabolism. Reason number 3, stress. 4, not getting sufficient rest. And number 5, the need for help or not asking for help. All right. So just know that everyone is different. And there is no solution that will work for everybody. And I know that is frustrating because I know you try to do what your friends did or your aunt did, and because you see them losing all this weight and you're not. So again, nothing works for everybody. And I think sometimes when you see these programs, I don't know what the percentage is, but it's usually pretty low. It's like when they have results, that's what you see. But you rarely see the struggle. You rarely see the journey. You see the befores, you see the after. But what I want to fill in is that gap in the middle. You need to understand the journey and what the information that you need to collect and understand to get to that after and the after. All right. So don't let them convince you that it's not possible to lose weight in your 40s and 50s. Don't think it's all in your head and this is what you have to settle for. It is possible. I've worked with women in their 70s that are losing weight. All right. So if I can do it, if they can do it, you can do it too. All right. So again, start with those resources, the food shopping guide. And if you want to connect with me on a call, you got that link as well. And that's about it. So you have it. The 5 common reasons why women over 40 might face challenges in achieving healthy weight loss. Remember that everyone's journey is unique, and it's important to approach weight loss with patience and a positive mindset. And it's also important to trust the process because you didn't gain the weight overnight. So don't expect to lose it overnight. We need to kind of let go of those quick fixes that are out there, those fad diets. It's time to stop that because at our age, it's doing more harm than good. So we really got to learn to nourish our bodies and take care of our bodies and do what's right so we can age gracefully and enjoy our 60s and 70s. Because another thing I like to say a lot, if you want to be healthy in your 40s and 50s, it does start in our 20s and 30s. So how we feel now is really a reputation. It's really an accumulation of all the previous habits and stresses that we've put on our lives over time. It does build up. It's because it doesn't hurt us overnight or we don't see those changes overnight. We tend to dismiss them. And then one day we wake up and we don't understand why we feel the way we do. We don't understand why we struggle the way we do. But if you understand that it's an accumulation of things and there's no simple fix for that. I wish we can just eat one or two things and take a handful of supplements and everything will be okay. But it's a multi-therapeutic approach. You may have to do many things in the right order and at the right time. So I really hope you found this video helpful. And please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And if you're watching this on Facebook, don't forget to like and follow. Please share with somebody you think you can benefit with this. And if you're watching me on YouTube, please subscribe to the channel. And it's important that you share, share, share. Okay. So I don't do lives a lot. So I know I'm not in the algorithm, the algorithm that you got to figure out. So things don't really kick in until later. But for those who are catching me, I appreciate your participation. Please share in the comments what you think and what you would like me to discuss. And thank you for tuning in. And until next time, go out there and achieve more freedom in your health and your life. Take care.